Hi everyone, thank you for watching this video today. I'm Joanne and today I'm going to talk to you about the speaking section of the IELTS exam. Today I will be focusing on part 3 of the IELTS exam and our topic is home. As I have mentioned before, the speaking exam lasts roughly 15 minutes and is split into 3 parts. So be sure to check out the other videos in this series for more information on the exam itself, marking criteria, exam tips and useful phrases, as well as example questions and model answers. Today we are focusing on part 3 of the exam, which is the two-way discussion. It lasts roughly 5 minutes, and in this section the examiner will ask further questions related to the topic from part 2 of the exam. During this section, you have the opportunity to discuss more abstract issues and ideas. Today, I will be focusing on the marking criteria of grammatical range and accuracy. So this criteria considers the candidate's ability to use a range of structures and how well they use them. As well as the rules of language, this criteria considers the communicative functions of speech. Here you can see the marking criteria for a Band 7 answer. As you can see, the candidate may make some grammatical mistakes at times, but the candidate should be able to frequently produce error-free sentences and use a range of complex structures with some flexibility. Remember to check your answers against the marking criteria when you are practicing at home, and have a think about what you can do to improve your answer next time. Keeping in mind the marking criteria that we've just looked at, here's our first sample question. So our first question is, what qualities do good neighbours have? So, what kind of grammar structures do you think we could use in our answer? So, when I read that question, some grammar structures come to mind. For example, adverbs of certainty and modals. So, here's a model answer with the suggested grammar points highlighted. Remember, the question was, what qualities do good neighbours have? And the model answer is, the qualities that make a good neighbour probably vary from country to country. However, I believe there are certainly some qualities that are universal. One such quality is respect. A good neighbour must be respectful, and that should include a level of trustworthiness, as this will create a feeling of safety. In my opinion, a good neighbour should also be friendly, as this is certainly needed to create a welcoming neighbourhood. Let's take a look at another question. So the next question is, which is more attractive, buying or renting a home? So for this question and answer, what grammar structures do you think we could use? As you can see, I have suggested that we use comparatives in our answer. Here's a model answer with the different grammar points highlighted. So our question was, which is more attractive, buying or renting a home? And the model answer is, this is an interesting question. I think in general, it depends on what stage of life you are in. However, in my opinion, the general goal would be buying a home. Therefore, buying a home is more attractive for a number of reasons. Buying a home offers more security than renting. Also, monthly mortgage repayments are often less than monthly rent payments. Buying offers you more control over your environment than renting does, as you can change your home. These advantages make buying overall better than renting. Another skill that the examiner is assessing is how well the candidate pronounces the language. As well as the communicative effects of the candidate's pronunciation, there is an evaluation of how much strain it causes the listener, and how noticeable the accent is, although the accent itself is not a problem. Candidates need to be able to produce the phonological features of speech. Here you can see the marking criteria for pronunciation. As you can see, the candidate can mispronounce different words or sounds at times, but they should be able to be generally understood throughout the exam and show a range of pronunciation with mixed control. So, let's take a look at the last question for today, and this time we will focus on pronunciation. So, our example question is it better to grow up in a quiet neighbourhood or a busy one? And the model answer is, that's a great question, thank you. In my opinion, it is better to grow up in a relatively quiet neighbourhood. When I imagine a quiet neighbourhood, I picture it being in close proximity to nature. Access to nature is beneficial for child development and adult well-being. I also imagine quiet neighbourhoods to be more spacious and safer than busy neighbourhoods, which are both bonuses for children. So, as you can see in this answer, we've got some tricky words. So, I recommend breaking them down into syllables and practicing pronouncing them until you feel comfortable. Remember, our question is it better to grow up in a quiet neighbourhood or a busy one? This time you can see I have broken some of the more difficult words up into their syllables. So the words are relatively, proximity, beneficial, development, and spacious. If any of these words are hard for you, just make a note of them so you can repeat them at home until you feel more confident. Remember, you can always check the pronunciation of a word by Googling it. Now it is time for the tip of the day. And the tip of the day is, don't panic if you make a mistake. Panicking may lead to further mistakes, and remember, a band 7 is referred to as a good user in regards to skill level, so some errors are allowed. If you make a mistake, take a breath, correct yourself, and move on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and check out our other videos. You can find loads of useful links in the description below. Let's get started.